Hey guys, Zelfrix here. I'm back for another video, and this time it's not a reaction. So, what I have here is the Disventure Camp Season 5 fans of his favorites tier list. And yeah, because we're already halfway through this season, and I promised I'd make um, one at the start of the season, halfway through the season, and towards the end of the season, or maybe at the end of the season, because I vaguely remember saying I'd do three tier list of this season at these points in the at these points when it's being released. Yeah, I think early on I made a tier list for the fans and the favorites, like kind of like an assumption of the like of first impressions and how much and like me just gauging their personalities and how much I like them. Um, Maybe I can show it to you because now that we're already halfway through the season, my opinions on these characters have drastically changed. At least some of them, or most of them. But I still have my favorites, okay? And I still have favorites that are still competing. Okay, wait, let me show the initial tier list and initial impressions of the fans. Yeah, here. So this was my tier list at the start of the season. S tier, you have Ren, Benji, Lake, Sam, Ali, Natalia, and Anastasia. A is Tom, Dunia, Finn, Gabby. B is Alec, Fury, Aiden, Rosa, Evie, Manu, Ara, Spencer, Bruno, Ernesto. And D tier is Nura, Olivia, and Aubrey. Yeah, and this has definitely changed. And I'll be doing it differently. Like I will be removing all this S A B C D F. Put words into it. This one, like how much I like them as a character. Because yeah, at the start of the season, you have like zero idea of what the fans are like, and it's very vague. Like it's very surface level. And for the favorites, I'm kind of like ranking it based on solely based on how much I've already loved them, based on watching them competing in prior seasons, and also a little bit of how I feel about them in season one and in the character trailers, because I think some of them kind of like really surprised me, and some of them really a little bit disappointed me in in episode one. So I think that's why some of them are don't belong in the current tier list we are here. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because yeah. Okay. Let's go to the tier list. Yeah, we're here. All right. So let's change this up. So the S tier will be my faves. So these are like my favorites. I'm very biased towards these characters because to for me to place a character in faves, um I need to be able to see myself in these characters. Or like they have a soft spot. I have a soft spot for them because I feel like I'm being represented by these characters in some aspect or like in every aspect. But that's what determines them to be a fave. Well, below that is love. Well, love, yeah, because I love these characters, but because they're enjoyable to watch, not um, they're not in faves because I don't really see myself like them. Like I don't see myself in them, but they are very lovable regardless. Like very fun to watch and solid character. Yeah. Below love is like it's like almost there. Just like I just wish they had a little bit more improvement in their character and development, or like their like yeah, just their development, I guess, and their depth. But good regardless. I don't hate them. My C tier would be like meh. They're kind of meh. They're all right. Yeah, I guess all right. I'll go with all right. They're all right. Not enough for me to like or love them, but also hard to hate them. D is kind of like um ah well. Do I need to put a D? Because there's definitely just a few F's in here, I guess. No. Uh, no, wait, no. Ew. ew. And then here's maybe like, no. Like, just nah. Or nah. Nah. I don't really vibe with them that well, I guess. But thankfully, in this season, I do like a big chunk of these characters. So most of them will be in like and above. Yeah. Starting with Alec, initially I put him in like the like tier, that's around the B tier, and he stays the same, yeah. But if you were to ask me in season one, he would easily be in love. I love Alec. But as we got more development from Alec throughout the seasons, we understand his story a little bit more. And it's not something I really rock with. I get some people do because he's a neglectful father. But I do like the ending to his arc, I suppose. I didn't expect him to be in the first boot of the favorites. I was expecting Tom, like deadass. I was expecting Tom, not Alec. I really thought Alec would at least make late merge or early merge. But I like that his ending, though it felt very rushed because I feel like he could stay a few more episodes. Like I feel like it's an important lesson for Alec to realize that you know money can't always fix your problems. I'm glad that he realized that. If he realized that, maybe he might make amends, be more present in his son's life, maybe make amends with his wife, better improve his character. I love that kind of growth for Alec. He would be in love uh if I had seen more character interactions, I suppose. I felt really bad that he was trying to like make alliances within the team, but nobody liked him. It was kind of sad because I get it. Like, if you trust is hard to build. I guess things happen like he really played Tom's. Him and Fiore really played Tom's kind of tricked Tom into playing his idol. Like they flushed his idol, and I guess trust is hard to build. So I do get Tom for not trusting Alec and Fiore. But it's just so sad, dude. That's what happens when you are a conniving person, you know? And I think he would be in love if I'd seen him in more episodes. Yeah. Sorry. Fiore initially was in the same tier as Alec as well. But this season, she's up here. She could be here if I'd see her make it a lot further. And I'm talking late merge, even finale. And I was surprised she made it far, but yeah, she's in love. I'm surprised she made it far because in my head, before this season aired, I had two predictions for Fiore. It's like one of each, like of the extremes. Either she would be a first boot among the favorites or an early boot, or she'd like go all the way to the finale again. Because if she could survive pre-merge and make it merge, I think it's quite possible that she'd make finale again because I think they would like to take Fury up in the finale challenge. I think they would take her up on the challenge in finale. They'd want Fury. Because I don't think anyone would see Fury as a comp threat. Like competition, like challenge wise. But she's here above Alec because she has better character interactions, especially notably Natalia and Ren. I want to see it develop more in Merge, especially with her and Ren. And I like how things are going with her and Natalia. And that um she's developing herself, like she wants to be a more social player, even though it's not what we us as the audience expect it to look like. But it's very fitting for Fiore's character. Like her social game is really funny. It's very fun to watch. And she's always been like a joy to watch. Actually, I don't know if I would ever put her in faves because I don't see myself in Fury, but she is an entertaining watch. Like, oh god, she would forever be here. Maybe faves not so much. Because I'm nothing like Fury and Fury is nothing like me. Gabby. Gabby was Oh, Gabby was in love tier, like A tier. But I'm sorry. I think I'd put her here behind Alec. Yeah, but I'm confident it's subject to change because in pre-merge she was very underwhelming. Her and Ali, but my ranking for Ali is different from Gabby. But I'll get to it later. I feel like her and Ali were sidelined a lot in uh the pre-merge because most of the moves were made with other people, and I think Gabby was kind of like stringing along Tom a lot. The only thing I feel like should contribute a lot was being like the so-called bridge between Natalia and Tom's like conflict and tension. Because without her, I think Tom wouldn't want to reconcile with Natalia and vice versa, you know. But other than that, I don't think she made any like big moves. But I do hope to see it. You know, I thought she'd make like chaotic. I thought she'd create chaos. After seeing her character trailer, so I thought she'd do something. So she was extremely underwhelming, and her character arc. I'm really glad we get to dive deeper into her lore with her family and her father, like specifically her father, because it was only mentioned like once or twice in the Tom Jake series, and I'd like to know more about Gabby because Gabby was someone I didn't really appreciate enough. Yeah, I think she was someone I really slept on earlier. I didn't appreciate her enough, only because I think in season one she came off too strong for me, and it made me kind of like not like her that much. But as the season went on, obviously she grew on me. But I want to see the reason why she is the way she is. You know, I'd like to see some more. That if we get more of that, maybe I'd put her up in love. I guess we got it in episode 13 when she was talking to Tom when they were sitting out. But I think if she made bigger game moves, she would be up here as well. Yeah. Tom initially was in love. I think he's right here as well. Also I'll be arranging this based on like if you're here, like I means I like you more. Tom, oh, do I want to put him in front of Fury? No, that's crazy because I think Fury's more enjoyable to watch compared to Tom, at least in this season. I'm surprised he made it far because based on the trailers, he had no motivation, no concrete reason to want to be here. He's just kind of like stringing along Gabby. They were just here for the vibes. He didn't really want to return with like a goal. So I thought because of that alone, the writers would probably like eliminate him early, and also because we got um he had a spin-off series with Jason. Obviously, I thought he'd just be here for appearances and boot it off early. I'm surprised he's made it far, and I really like his uh. He's kind of stagnant though. It feels like he's not straying off too much from his how he was like in Tom Jake, but he has strayed off a lot from what he was like in season one. I guess supposed because he was a spy and he had to conceal his identity a lot, so it was very mysterious. I like season one Tom a lot. Like I think that was his prime for me. For me, that's a personal take. I don't. I don't per se like hate his himbo personality per se, but something I feel like it's a bit. Not, I think it's a bit astray to what he was like in season one. Because what do you mean there's a rumbly and bright humbly? In season one, I can see like um bits and pieces of like himbo energy, but I always just thought it was just because he was awkward. You know, like he's awkward when it comes to pursuing love or when love confronts him with Jake, like especially when Jake was present. Because I don't think he was really good with romance. Because after knowing his lore with his upbringing, like his really dark past, I I would always assume that's why he was so awkward when it comes to love. But I don't know where the himbo jimbo bimbo limbo whatever nonsense came from. But I don't hate it per se. It's just not the Tom. Season one Tom would be here, okay, but I don't rock too much with the himbo stuff. But he's still really enjoyable, and I don't really like his game moves this pre-merge. Uh, I don't know. He should have. I feel like he should never waste an, a tribal vote. Even though he wants to make like when that one elimination, he wanted to vote. Him and Gabby voted Fury because he wanted to prove a point to Natalia that they're not just votes. Like I get it, but you should never waste a vote. I still feel like you can advance in the game if you stick to the majority. Maybe there's other ways to confront this with Natalia. Just don't waste your vote. I just don't get that part about Tom. Like he could be down here, but I don't know. He's for me, Tom is enjoyable to watch. He's fun. I think I've rambled a lot about Tom. I've been recording for 15 minutes now. I don't know if I'll be cutting anything. Aiden. Oh, oh, this is a hot take, guys. I'm scared because I'm aware of the opinions, thoughts and opinions, and like uh, the contradicting, the varying opinions on Aiden this season. But I suppose he's alright. I almost put him here, but then I remembered the reason why I like him. Like he's alright, but he's last time Aiden's pros outweigh his cons a lot. Now it's kind of like he has like pros and cons, and it's really hard for me to determine what I feel about him. But he's alright, you know. In this season, I would have put him right here until I remembered because Aiden and Jake, but especially Aiden because as you know, if you've seen my video before, I don't really like Jake that much. Aiden, it's kind of like All Stars Jake is. I don't really like that. That's why he's down here. But at the start of the season, oh, at the start of he was like right here in this tier. He's all right now because okay, let me get to it. People like Aiden and Jake aren't fit for shows like this. I'm sorry to say, they're like the worst strategists. They don't have good game moves. But I rock with Aiden's personality a lot, like deeply, especially the musical episode was when I was really conflicted because all the episodes leading up to that episode, he was really unbearable to watch. I'm so sorry. Like the fake idol bullshit, like the idol bullshit that not idol, the whatever fake advantage, like Evie had that bullshit dragged on for way too long. I'm so sorry. Like it got so long. Like Aiden, you cannot be serious right now. Like I get that was the narrative, but I hate that that was his narrative, you know? No, I get that was narrative, but I don't rock with that narrative, you know? It's okay to not like a narrative. That's why I didn't like Aiden because of his gameplay. But I would so enjoy his personality a lot more in a spin-off series. Okay, Odd Nations, if you're watching this, Jaden spin-off when? I'd love to see a Jaden spin-off because Aiden would be so good in a spin-off series, and he'll be more watchable in those kind of shows where he's like not in a competition. Yeah, I hope people understand because I don't like when Aiden competes. Him and Jake and Ashley. I'm sorry. I don't like it when they're in a competition environment, but that's why he's alright because personality-wise, he hasn't. Okay, maybe he has. But he's strayed off a lot from his personality in season 2. He's like almost unrecognizable. Like he was so cocky here, and I think that led to his demise because you know it created a lot of distrust with Evie, his closest ally, which was so funny because the whole um watching Eden all the way up to his elimination, I was really annoyed with him. Okay, up to the musical episode, I started feeling bad because I finally got to see the Aiden that I really enjoyed watching, and I was like, wait, why do I even hate him? Like he's so precious, dude. That he's just he just wants to make something out of himself, um, in this show. I guess I don't think he's in the right environment. That's why, and he got betrayed by his closest ally. But I guess it's kind of this. I was very like torn. Like I was very conflicted with how I felt about that elimination because I was very torn. Okay, I felt so bad that the entire team voted against him, even his closest ally. Like that was such a cruel way to go. But it was also really satisfying because when the fake advantage thing dragged for too long, I got so annoyed. I was like hoping that would be the cause of his elimination, and it did. So when it happened, I was really conflicted on how to feel because one part of me I was really satisfied and I was like eating it up. I was like enjoying it. It was really funny because deserved. But then I felt so bad too. Ana's elimination really made me so confused. Like I was going crazy. But yeah, he's an alright. Ellie, this one's biased. Fave. I have a lot to say because the Huntess Ellie trio, if you guys did know, I'll make it known again, are my top three favorite characters in the entire Disventure Camp franchise. And specifically, I don't want to get into details, but specifically it's because of that one cave scene where Cass was having a mental breakdown and Connor and Ellie were just present with her, like comforting her, like silent presence, you know. People people often underestimate the power of silent presence, and I think it can do numbers. And that scene really, really, I felt very connected to that scene, very comforted as well. And because of that scene, it was so powerful to me, guys. Because I don't know, it's just something about that. It touched me, and ever since I've been so drawn to Hunter, Tess, and Ellie. And I'm really torn with how Ellie's perceived by the fandom because she has a lot of like varying perception, like varying. There's like varying opinions about Ellie, and I respect it. I understand because some people feel like she doesn't deserve to be in this season because she has nothing much to prove, which I'm very disappointed about because Odd Nations has really sidelined Ally, and it really bums me out because I thought they brought her up for a reason, at least to mention about the Hunter and Ellie breakup or the maybe giving her a better like arc or story because I think All Stars did her dirty because of her association with Jake. Period. Point blank. Like her association with Jake made her so unbearable to watch, but she was still my favorite because it was really biased. Like I still could see the Ellie that I really fell in love with in season 2 in the cave scene. This season now, she was more um she's a lot more content and more level-headed, which I liked because also she was erratic. I feel this writing in DC5 was the writing I'd hope Odd Nations gave Ali in All Stars because what the fuck was that? I was hoping they'd bring Ali to finale with the writing they have for Ali in DC5, and then maybe brought someone else and then not bring Ali. That's why I thought she'd make it to merge, but obviously they had to find a way to misuse her idol, get eliminated. I was bummed. I wouldn't mind that if she at least made merge, you know, get some depth. I was really disappointed. Like Odd Nations have no idea what to do with Ali, but she's a fave because of how she. I like her relationship and her chemistry with Hunter and Tess. It's very comfortable. It feels very easy. It feels like a gentle breeze. And I'm pretty sure that's not how people see Ellie. But you know, some people, for instance, we don't always have to like flashy characters or characters to make big moves who are very entertaining all the time. Ali does not fit into any of those boxes. But you know, that's the reason why some people like a character. They don't have to be the best in this or have to be the most entertaining or whatnot. Sometimes people just like average Joes. You know, I've always been drawn to underdogs, people who are not as appreciated by other people as much. I tend to be drawn to them. I don't know why, guys. Okay, maybe because I see myself a lot as that, you know, and that's what Ellie is to me. Okay, please respect it. I also respect people who don't like Ellie because I understand it. I can see it. People have their favorites and they lean more to like a certain character archetype, and it's fine. Ellie is my favorite, so please understand. I hope me yapping about Ellie for the past I don't know like 7 minutes, 10 minutes made sense. Okay. Oh, Lake. I want to put her in love, but I'm not sure. I think faves. because I do see a lot of myself in Lake, in a sense that I have a hard time, at least in season two and season three, Lake, because I have a hard time standing up for myself. I'm the kind that is not very confrontational. I keep to myself, and Lake feels like representation to me. Even though now she's grown from it and she's able to confront people like Spencer, who this is Bruno, like kind of like who treats Bruno a bit like so badly, dude. Like Spencer is another. Like I'll get into Spencer later, but I like that she stands up for people who she cares about, who she feels are like wronged. I respect her that. Like that's not me, but I like that we get to see that her more competitive side, like her comp threat side, because I feel like we only saw that once in season two's merge episode, like the first merge, and then the next episode she got booted off. But she was the last standing in that horror challenge. But it proved and showed how much of a comp threat Lake is, because season two pre-merge was not very physical. I think it was a lot of psychological. It was like a season two. Season two pre-merge was very psychological. The challenges were very psychological, so we didn't see a lot of physical comp threat from Lake up till merge, and it was very rough. Like 2 episodes after merge, eliminated, and then All Star she didn't even make it that far. So I like that we see this side of Lake, because I like how fearless she is, and how she takes everything head on when it comes to challenges. Very enthusiastic with challenges. I like that side of Lake. Strategy wise, she's alright, I guess. She's a social justice warrior, I feel. Yeah. But that's my opinion. Like Rosa. Rosa's here. Yeah, that's right. Oh, oh, Rosa initially was in Light, actually. Like when I first started this season, she was right here. But now she's here. Lake was still here at the start of the season. Now she's here. I don't remember why I put her here. Oh, I think I know why. Because hold on, let me drink my bubble tea. You can't see it, but I'm having a matcha latte with pearls. Yeah. I wish you could see it. Anyways, but she's definitely moved up a tier. But the reason I put her here, even though in season two she was instantly in love, but I didn't like how she was portrayed in episode one, because the Rosa I come to love was someone who's very kind, stands up for what's right, very fearless. Like she stands up to, she stands up for what's right, and she helps others in need, no matter how she feels about somebody. She always does the right thing. She's very fearless as well. She's tough love. And I get that Ria's betrayal has really softened her and made her a lot more afraid. I think that's the season 5 episode 1 Rose that we saw. She was very fearful, and she coasted along with Lake, played it safe a lot, didn't want to get on anyone's bad side, want to be hidden. And she was the guard. She kept guard for the flag, I think. And she was like sharing her worries with Anastasia, I think. And then she said, "Oh, I got voted out of a challenge like this." That Rosa was so different. Like I didn't recognize that. I thought she'd come in with more fire, like more excitement. It's not that it's a bad thing, but it's not the Rosa I come to love. But that's why she was still like. But then now that I see the Rosa that I love, and even better, she's in love. But not in phase, because I don't see myself in Rosa. But Rosa is someone I'd love to be friends with. Like I want a friend like Rosa. Down. Like I love Rosa as a friend. I love how she's taking a lot more. She's taking a lot more action. She's more assertive. She's making big moves by aligning with Spencer. Oh, her conflict with Natalia. Oh, kind of entertaining. I love that. Yeah. I'd love to see her make far, but you know what? I think my prediction is that she'd make early, like should be eliminated early merge and give like an arc or something. I'm only saying this because in season two, Lake got eliminated before Rosa, and I think in this season maybe it's just me, but I think Lake will outplay Rosa this time and give like uh, an arc. Maybe because I'd assume Rose's the cause of Rose's elimination is because of Spencer or something. Not maybe it's like betrayal, first hand betrayal, or like direct betrayal, or even indirect betrayal. And it wake Lake up or something, or I don't know, something like that. That's what I predict. I could be so wrong. Please prove me wrong. Anastasia. Let's see if I'm still recording this. I'm worried. Anastasia. Initially, she was here, but in her season, she's definitely not a fave, and I do not see myself in Anastasia a lot. But she was easily in my fave, but probably the last. Let me see. Yeah, she was last in my faves. It was a very crazy thing to say because she does not check the boxes to be considered a fave for me. But I was so impressed. Okay, no, but she's in love. I was so impressed with Anastasia off the bat in episode one because what do you mean? Her character interactions were so good. Her with Anastasia and her standing up to Alec to defend Tom. So good. And her I like her interactions with Tom actually. Like it was so good. I mean like I don't have much to say, but I like that Anastasia and she's more content, level-headed, calm. She's a lot calmer. Her growth from last season was so like she skyrocketed. You know, like it was not. It was. I feel like it was so sudden. It wasn't very gradual. It was like, whoa, who's this Anastasia? Why is she so amazing? She was a she was a very good support character for a lot of these people, notably Natalia. She's contributed to a lot to Natalia's arc. Rosa and Lake, Tom as well, and Gabby. Oh my god, especially Gabby, so good. I feel like this is the right way. Anastasia is like being a support character. How do I say this? I think this is how a support character should be treated. You know, and Anastasia has been treated the best when it comes to being a support character. At least in this season, she was so good. Enjoyed every second of her. Her elimination was made me so sad, but oh, it was so good as well. Benji. Yeah, Benji is biased as well. He's a fave. Before like, but after Ellie. I see a lot of myself in Benji. Very awkward. Basically, everything people know about Benji, I think, is very similar to what I am as a person. Very awkward. I have no confidence in myself, and I hold myself back from my true potential because I depend my value on the opinions of others, and I think that's what Benji is like because of his upbringing with his parents, and I feel like he feels like he has no direction in life, and he's in this competition to find something of himself, and I see a lot of myself in that, and it sucks because I think it was done dirty this season. He sat out for majority of the challenges. I think throughout his whole stay up till his elimination. I think he's participated at least 50%. I don't know. I don't do the numbers. I don't count. I'm not that kind of person. It was so sad. And only when he started to have confidence in himself, they eliminate him next episode. Like, what? Like, why would you do that? Bro, are we serious? But still love him now. He'd be my first pick to win comebacks. Him and Bruno, I suppose. Yeah. I wouldn't be opposed to. Uh, I wouldn't be opposed to Ernesto as well. But yeah, I don't have much to say about Benji. Just really sad, very bummed. But I do love him. I hope you understand why he's in my faves, even though he didn't really perform well in this season. Natalia faves before Lake, after Benji. Yeah, I see myself a lot in Natalia in the sense that Mm, I guess it has to do a lot with their struggles of finding a fine line between relationships and the competition. Because like me in real life, it's very hard for me to differentiate uh, work and social relationships and all that. And it's very hard to find my footing in anything. But also because she's very entertaining. Even last season she was a fave. But oh my god, if I could have another tier, she would be like up here. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just rambling. But I was really bummed last season because she was so passive and she like followed Isabel's footsteps a lot. And the way she got eliminated was so stupid. I had a lot to say about it. I don't know if you can find the video. Like I don't know if you can find the video, but I had a lot to say with Natalia's elimination and the Natalia and Anastasia beef because I thought that was. I honestly thought it was very sudden because I don't know. In the fact, I'm gonna bring it up again, okay, guys, because I can't get over it. Natalia has this title in last season to be known as the Flipper, alright? And this is something I've done research on, okay, because I've watched through every single episode, okay? All the elimination trials she's been to, up to the at least up to her elimination, she has always voted with the Girls Alliance. I don't see how she was known as the Flipper or like what gave Anastasia the idea that she couldn't be trusted. Like, no, I get because she had plans on backstabbing Anastasia for a while, but never really acted on it. But that was that. Do you see? Like, she has shown her loyalty in the voting up to her own elimination, where she decides to make a move against Anastasia, and maybe when she voted Anastasia to battle Linda in that one episode, but maybe that's because Anastasia told her to. Because I think Anastasia took it upon herself to eliminate Linda by herself. But still, I think that's what irritated me. And the thing is, I have no side. I love both Natalia and Anastasia, honestly. As you can tell, like I've already explained, I love these two. So I never picked a side. It's just I was annoyed with the fandom and how the writers portrayed her to be the Flipper when Logan was right there. What the hell? Why was Logan not known as the Flipper? What the fuck? And she was? Dude, I'm telling you, guys, for those watching, please look back season 4, every single episode, and at least in every trial that she was in, she has always voted with the Girls Alliance. I don't know where people get the idea that she was a Flipper. I didn't like that. Oh my god. The hell? It pissed me off. They baby Logan a lot. And he is not known as a Flipper. Hello? What the fuck? And they call Natalia. Oh my god, I can't. This agitated me so bad. I digress, sorry. That's why she was so. It felt like she was so passive last season. And I'm so happy that it feels like she was the main character this season. And that she's a lot more. I dropped something. Uh, she's a lot more assertive this season. And she's taken a lot of control of the team. Like, you see, she controls a lot of the votes in most of this elimination. Her social game is good. I think her like challenge wise, she's decent. She's pretty decent. But I love this direction Odd Nations is going for with Natalia. She's a joy to watch. Like I love her down. I just think she was done dirty in season 4. This is her season. I feel her best season yet. Nothing's gonna top this. Natalia was so good here. Spencer. Spencer initially was a C tier. He was like an alright, but oh my god, he's here now. I don't think he'll ever be up here. I'm sorry, unless I see a lot more softness in him. But he's always so aggressive. What's the word? He comes off, yeah, I guess aggressive. You know, like he's so mean to Bruno for no reason, bro. I guess that's just how he is. Like he's very confusing. Like sometimes he can be like oh, he's just a wee little guy. Oh, he's so awkward around love. Oh my god. But then when it comes to like the game strategy wise, he's so cocky. Oh my god, he's so cocky. It's so annoying. He's social. He has by far the worst social game ever. Like he's the number one target and all that. I'd prefer if he played quietly up to like merge. I feel like the best way to like come back into the light, like as he said, is probably mid merge. I feel like now is still too soon to be making enemies, Spencer. Maybe that's just me. I prefer Sam's gameplay over Spencer's. I'm sorry, that's just me. You're free to disagree, but I think he comes off too negatively and like too strong, too negatively as well. And if I was in this team, I would go him off first because I'd see that as threatening. Like, would you not see that as threatening? If you're in the same team as Spencer and you were going to compete against him, wouldn't you be threatened by people like Spencer? You have to be seen as a, at least pre-merge, you have to be seen as like cooperative, but also not be bad at challenges. I think Spencer's alright in challenges, and he was pretty cooperative, but you wouldn't want to be seen as a threat, right? So that's why I don't understand what Spencer is doing. Eliminating Bruno? What the fuck? But I enjoyed it because it just means that Fury got into his head. Like, oh my god, humble that man, bro. Yeah, but I guess he's just a wee little guy sometimes. But I love his take on his strategy this round because in season 4 he came off way too strong, way too negatively at the start. It was like, what the hell? He already told Jade, no, that's wrong. He doesn't listen to his teammates. The fuck? He's like a one-man show, it feels. He's not really good with making allies, socializing. It's too assertive, too aggressive. I don't like that. Too aggressive. And it's so wasted. Like the wasted potential with his dynamic with Benji. Oh my god, I thought we'd see something this season, but no, that's one I wanted to see so bad. I guess it never happened. But yeah, I think this. I'm not confident about leaving him in like. He might go back down here. He might go up here, but I highly doubt it. But right now, it feels fine for me to put him in like because I like his gameplay a lot better in this season compared to last. But yeah, he's pretty good. Do I want to put him behind Gabby? Yeah, that seems fitting. Yeah, right now everything's pretty fitting. Aura. Okay, Aura initially she was in C tier, but guys, I'm not sure. Ooh, guys, I'm not sure. Ooh, maybe here. Wait, guys, I'm really not sure. I have to think about this. Uh, she's like in between here, you know, because initially she was in where was she in? Yeah, she was in like she was alright. Hmm. Uh, dude, this is hard. I don't know why I'm struggling. Yeah, I think I'd put her here. I'm not the biggest fan of the mean girl archetype, but it's entertaining to watch. And initially, I put her in alright because I was very not turned off. I was very underwhelmed with her early start because in the trailers she came off as someone who would take control, she'd be a force to be reckoned with, and at the start we didn't see none of that. She just played the mean girl with Finn, you know, and she was so bad at challenges, and she barely partook in any of the challenges. She only did everything like it seemed like half ass. She didn't seem like a comp threat. Social threat, I guess she was there. She only started getting good after Finn got eliminated. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I think she goes here. Yeah, she only got. I think the reason why I struggled is because taking into consideration when she was still with Finn, and her time with Finn was so underwhelming. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. When she was with Finn, she don't do jack shit. She only started doing shit when like Finn was eliminated. Like, what the hell? Yeah, I think right now she'd be like on the last of the love tier. Yeah, I see it subject to change. I think, but maybe she'd be still be in love. At the end of the season, we'll see where she goes. Aubrey, Aubrey feels like the best first boot ever because honestly, I think I put her off first. But she did clock Sam's T really early. She knew. But her execution was just so bad. If you come off that way, obviously people would want to vote you off. I would vote her off. I feel like, yeah. Uh, and me personally, I think she would overstimulate me and then I'd zone out if she talked to me. Like, I'm so sorry. Yeah, she's an you. Like, I don't really rock with that too much. No, no, I take that back. She's right here. I do appreciate her friendship with Olivia a lot. But that's all. Personality wise, I don't rock with it too well. But I feel like she was the friend that Olivia was looking for. If she'd make it far, these two could really be besties. And I see it, like I see it. Those two were meant for each other, honestly. I hope they become long-term friends outside of this competition after it ends. Because Olivia needs a friend so bad. Oh, I'll get to that because her and Nura, oh, amazing, amazing, so good. Yeah, I think she's like nah. I don't really rock with her too well. Sorry, guys. Sorry for the Aubrey fans. Please understand. Bruno. Oh, wait. Oh, sorry, but Aubrey. Yeah, I think she was in the same tier and it didn't change much because obviously she was a first boot, so there's no reason to change her. Bruno. Initially, he was. Where did I put Bruno? Oh, Bruno was in the alright tier, but now he's here. I love Bruno. Like I get he has the fanboy archetype, like crazy fan, like enthusiastic, hyper. But for me, first impression wise, I don't like people who come off too strong. Like you know what I'm saying? It eventually took some time, maybe up to episode 3 for him to grow on me. Like it did. So yeah, nothing much. I do like his interactions with Spencer a lot, but I hoped he'd have. Oh no, maybe not so much. Like I do like his interaction with Lake a lot. It's so good. He's cute too. Like I like his character. He's like me. I get. He's not really like me. He's just cute. He's always there for a fun time. He carried the musical challenge. His song was so good, so good. Yeah, I don't have much to say. He's just lovable, dude. He's a lovable guy now. He definitely grew on me. That's all I can say. Proud of him. He went up 2 tiers. And surprisingly, he is also one of my contenders to return. Like I'd want him to return. If it isn't Benji, I wouldn't mind Bruno. But then if it isn't Benji, then I'd be really disappointed because why did they bring him back then? What the hell? He was sidelined like Ali. What the hell? So wasted. Dunya. Dunya initially was an A tier. Yeah, she's still an A tier, and I'd put her right there. Yeah, solid fan. Solid fan. She like Rosa. She's someone I'd love to be friends with. I'd love to hang out with Dunya, do activities together. I'd want her to do my reading. She's all good vibes, bro. What's there to say? She's all good vibes. I like the energy she brings to the team. And with her gone, it stirred up so much conflict. And it was so fun to watch. Like the post elimination scenes were so good. Because we got Norlivia duo that was really good. I rock with it heavy, okay? Her dynamics with Ren and Nura, so good. I also like her interactions with Sam because she was the only one who could open him up, you know? I just wish Sam opened up more. I don't like how mysterious he is. But yeah, is there anything bad to say about Dunya? Like, dude, I like her. I don't have much to say. Her relationship with Nora, the trio. I feel like the trio Ren, Dunya, and Olivia. Ren, Dunya, and Ren. Wait, what? Ren, Dunya, and Nura was so short lived. I hope to see more of them. Maybe after the season ends. I want to see the three of them. This trio, I rock with it heavy, dude. So good. Dunya is the bridge for those two. I hope she can be the bridge to mend the conflict between Ren and Nura because I don't think it'll be fixed anytime soon. Ernesto. Oh, he grew on me. He was a C tier. He was an alright. Now he's in like, I like Ernesto. Oh, what the hell? Yeah. Above Alec. His interactions with Ren were so peak. I think it made me cry a lot. Like, he was so wholesome. Like, he's the stubborn old guy who's like, guys, no, I know what's best for us. But I like that he took it upon himself to humble himself and like really listen to his teammates a lot. I guess it's very mature. Mature. I like it. And he seems like a good guy. But if he made it further, he'd easily be in love. Okay? If I wouldn't mind if Benji or like I said before, if Benji or Bruno doesn't win the comebacks, let it be Ernesto. And then I could see potential for him being up here. Yeah. He's very good at challenges. Strategy wise, he's alright. Yeah, he's alright. Decent guy. I like him. Evie. Initially, Evie was a B. She was here, but I think the airhead shtick got a little bit boring for me. After a while, yeah, Aiden and Evie share the same. She's still really funny, okay, but the only time she was good was when she took it upon herself to eliminate Eden. And then after that, she went back to being like her airhead self. She was not fit for the show, and we've known. She honestly, I think she out overwhelmed her stay. I feel she would have maintained in like if she was an early boot. I'm so sorry. That was the only way she would have stayed in like because I feel like she overstayed her welcome. Like honestly, it really felt like it. Like Aiden was her plot armor. I think she brought the right amount of comedy and laughter already. After a while, it's just like I just want to see more drama and no more like I don't know. After a while, I stopped laughing already. I don't know. I'm just like I got tired of it. She would have stayed here if she was an early boot. Like if she was eliminated before Ernesto, she'd have stayed there. Oh my god. Ugh. That's alright. She's alright. I don't like her too much. I don't hate her at all. Finn. Oh, Finn. Finn. Finn was the one character whose tier list has drastically changed because initially, when I watched his trailer, he was like right here. I think he was even a contender for fames, honestly. At the start of the season, he was like in love. I loved him. Now he's here. I'm sorry. He's like a I don't know. I don't rock with his archetype too much. He really okay, because my twin brother is a theater kid. I love my brother down there. He is like those theater kids who won't stop talking about their glory days, and it gets tiring because you can't relate to it, but you just like have to sit with them. Like, yeah, good for you, good for you. And I don't really fuck heavy with the mean gay shit. I don't like mean gays, bro. Nah. What the hell? I don't like mean gays. Like the way he talks to Olivia, nasty, bro, nasty. And not just that, he was. I think when it comes to being underwhelming, he's way more underwhelming than Benji. Because when I watched the trailer, I thought he would be a force to be reckoned with. I thought he'd like weaponize his acting skills, dude. No, his acting skills was so shit, bro. Like there was this one scene where he was saying in a confessional, "It's time to put my acting skills and ask Evie about the advantage," and then he didn't act at all. Like, dude, why? He was so underwhelming. He's not a challenge threat at all. I guess that's the narrative, but I think it's because he's in here because of the expectations I've held of him. I've put him to a really high pedestal that when I've seen him, I was really disappointed. That I guess it's not my favorite narrative of how he's supposed to be. Yeah, like him and Ivy are like flops, the theater kid flops. Ria's the only one that's taking charge in the competition. Like honestly, like those two need to learn from Ria. Like Ivy and Finn need to take notes from Ria. Honestly, and I don't even like Ria that much. Ivy, I love you, but you're a flop queen. I love you, but take notes from Ria. Finn, you as well. I hate be talking shit about Ivy, bro. Bro, she outplayed you, bro. Sorry, no, I can't stand Finn. In real life, would be someone I wouldn't associate with at all. He's like a big U for me. Manu. Manu, he was an he was an alright here. I like he's a jolly happy guy. He's all there for the good vibes. He was the only one who listened to Bruno's opinion. Maybe Sam did, but I guess that was more like for his own game move. But Manu was a guy with no ill intentions. He's just a pure guy. Like he was just there for the vibes. He's right. But strategy wise, I didn't like him flipping, dude. The reason he's in okay, he's above Aubrey, but he's here because he's the reason Ernesto got eliminated. And oh my god, Aiden and Manu were Evie's plot armor. Like, dude, why'd you flip? I guess it's not meant for the he's not meant for the competitive environment at all. That's why I don't like his game moves much. But he's a good guy. It's like I'd like him more if he was in a spin-off series, not in a competition series. No. Nura. Oh, I think Nura's another one that really drastically changed. That Finn and Nura have really drastically changed. One for the better and one for the worst. Because Finn was up here, and now he's down here. Nura was down here, and now she's like up here. Yeah, after Rosa. I love Nura. I don't know what changed. I guess I just didn't like the way. Oh no, like pessimistic people. She was so pessimistic at the start, and it really because the team had a lot of like fun people to watch, and then she just brought the vibe down. Just like really, man, I don't like party poopers. She was like party pooper, bro. If you're gonna be so like negative in the first day, then why'd you sign up? Like, at least pretend to like where you are, okay? And then maybe like let your true colors come out after you're tired of it. I don't know, maybe just me. I don't know, guys. But she really grew on me. I'd love to see her make it further into the game. Yeah, I love Nuna. I just hope she'd fix her relationship with Ren and her dynamic with Olivia. Fire, so peak. I love that. Olivia. Ah, mm. Okay, Olivia initially was in. Oh wow, I think she's also another contender for drastic changes. She was here initially. Like I didn't rock with her heavy. She was the weird girl that I didn't understand at first. Like I slept on her, but I do see myself a lot in her. I just don't like her erratic behavior sometimes. Like she's unpredictable. But she would be right here. No, maybe before Nora. Yeah, I like her now. She's loyal. She'd do anything to be liked. And I relate to that a lot. Having she's not good with social cues at all. That was me very early on in my youth days. I had a hard time reading social cues, and it was the reason for me making it hard to make friends and all that. I understand Olivia now, but before because this was the start, so we didn't understand much of the characters. It's just what we see based off like the surface, and off the surface, I didn't really like her. But after I got to know her and Nura, like in depth, I learned to appreciate them. But obviously, that's why they were down there because first impression they rubbed me off the wrong way. I'm sorry, but come on, guys. Like these two, in my opinion, some of them have changed so much. Ren S tier. I put them after Natalia. Uh, I'm glad he made it far. I thought he would be an early boot. He's a comp threat. He's a social threat. As of late, no. I think he burned his bridges with Olivia. Ooh, he needed Olivia's vote so bad. But I understand. I can see where it's coming from. With the Ren and Olivia thing, I do see myself in both of them a lot because for Ren, I think Ren, out of all of them, is what I am like as of current present day. Like right now, I've been less for the spotlight now, and wanting a lot of. I've been wanting to retreat a lot to myself. I've been retreating. I've been so introverted. I've been tired with like the spotlight, all that. I think he's tired of performing. He just wants to keep to himself, relax, all that. I see it, and sometimes he gets really like, and he's just like me. Like he's a, he has good morals, good values, but sometimes it gets really hard to always be on all the time. I get that. Like that's me. It's really tiring to be on all the time. I always put on a face for people, be the be the guy that brings the vibes. That used to be me. Now I'm just like I'm so tired with all that. I like, brought it down a notch, like a lot of notches down. I'm not as loud as I used to be. Uh, Sam. Ooh, no, he's here. Yeah, Sam initially was in faves. Now he's still in faves. Ren as well. Sam is. Ooh, I think Sam. I also like Sam because he is me in terms of how I talk to people that I don't know personally on a surface level. I am. I actually don't like to share a lot of personal stuff. Like a lot of people are good. Do open up easily eventually as well. Me, it takes a long time, and I get really uncomfortable opening up, and that's like he's very mysterious. I like that about him, and his villain archetype like is my favorite by far ever. Like you play in the shadows, not shadow. He didn't really play in shadows, but he's just like he has a facade. Okay, I like those. I guess Ria did as well, but unlike Ria, Sam is more not Ria is very aggressive. The aggressive type, which is I don't really rock with. Sam is more calculated. Yeah, I like that about him. He's very calculated, but I like that he's Ren's catching on, yeah, to him. But yeah, I do respect his gameplay a lot. I think a lot of people would. Some people would disagree with me. I feel because they think he's boring or something. I've seen it something, but like yeah, like I said, sometimes some people just like average Joes. He's just a guy. Like some people just like that. Yeah, he's just a guy. That's whatever. Wow. Mm. Wait, I think Aura. Sorry, I thought about it again. I think Aura would be like right here. Yeah, I think that's about right. Yeah. If I see more of her, she could go love, but I thought about it again. She's in like, do I want to finalize this? Yeah, this is the finalized tier list after episode 13. Mm-hmm. Do I have anything else to say? Wow, I've been recording for an hour. Dude, I cannot be a yapper. I'm sorry, maybe I'm just yapping because in my real life that there's no one to talk about this venture camp with, and I'm such a nerd. I'm so annoying when it comes to this venture camp. It's fun to watch. Okay, guys. Yeah. Uh, Let me know on your thoughts on this. Feel free to disagree, but please keep it respectful. Let's keep it friendly. Let's keep it light. Let's keep it chill, guys. Come on. Yeah. Alright, and oh, episode 14 is gonna be releasing soon. So I'll be definitely reacting to that. And yeah. Alright, see you guys. Bye bye.